Hello, guys, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. We're back for the deadline stream for Game Week 17. It is a Friday deadline, so hopefully none of you forgot it's a Friday deadline. But yeah, it's the weekend. We're here again. We hope to see you guys join us in the stream as well. How you doing, Jordan? How's everything?
Yeah, everything's good. The weekend is here, guys. You can now kick back and relax and enjoy the what's to come for football. It's Friday night football. We all love a bit of, Friday night football. I think it's going to be full of huge shocks and surprises this game week, especially that Man United Liverpool game, which I'm not looking too confident with.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Obviously, apologies for my voice. If you guys can tell a bit of a difference, I do sound terrible because I am ill. I do feel pretty bad right now, pretty rough. Hopefully, I'll get better over the weekend. But yeah, I thought I'd do this stream anyway, soldier on. So yeah, nice to see everyone in the chat. We've got Dan already coming in. Afternoon, guys. Afternoon, Dan. Hope you're well. HVS as well. Hey, guys. Hey to you. Hope you're well. Yeah, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. So yeah, it's going to be a big deadline stream because there is a lot to discuss. I think things are always changing this week, and let's take a look at what my team looks like. So I'll read it out for you guys. In goal, I have Dubravka, who's got Fulham. Back three, I am playing Livramento, Gabriel, and Simicas. Midfield five, I've gone with Gordon, Son, Palmer, Saka, and Salah, captain. Up front, I've currently got Haaland and Watkins. As you guys are aware, I have one free transfer. So if I'm replacing Haaland, which is looking like the case, Haaland, guys, just for saying, has now been red flagged. So if you've got Haaland, I would advise getting rid of him. It's 25% chance of playing, as good as he's not going to play against Palace. I think that's fair to say. So if I was in a position what to do with Haaland, I would be selling Haaland. But obviously, it does depend on your team and other areas of your squad, etc. So, yeah, we're going to break it down what our plans are. And a lot of you coming into the chat already. We've got Neil, we've got Oscar, we've got Blanky, we've got Roman, all joining. Thank you guys for joining. If you are tuning into the stream, do smash the like button, guys. We really appreciate all your support. You've been with us from day one, and we just passed that 1,000 subscriber mark. So yeah, it does feel good that we've gone on this journey with you guys as well. Dan says, think Man City will save Haaland for Saudi game as their owners are from there and won't be risk against Palace. I agree. I don't think Haaland will play against Palace. So he's missed game week 17. We know he's got a blank in game week 18. So that's 2 games potentially where Haaland's going to be out for. And then we take a look at game week 19. Game week 19, Haaland has Everton. And we know Everton away now is a bit more of a tougher place to go. So I could sell Haaland and not bring him back. Even for game week 19, I might look to bring him back against Sheffield. The reason why is this. So Haaland has Everton away in game week 19, right? I'm going to risk it. I think I might risk it and go without him. I'm going to hide behind the sofa when he's got Everton because I'm going to captain Salah in game week 19 when he's got Burnley away. And I think I can get away with it, like captaining Salah against Burnley. So that's the current plan. It might sound crazy, but I'm probably going to go without Haaland for game week 19 as well. So, yeah, that's just early thoughts, initial thoughts. Obviously, we're going to break it down in terms of our moves because there's a couple of flags. Gordon is a little issue for me. However, I don't think I'm going to deal with it with Gordon. If he plays, he plays. If not, I'll have Saliba to come in against Brighton for double defense or, Archer against Chelsea. So I don't think I'll be taking Gordon out. But yeah, initial plans is obviously Haaland to Solanke. Solanke seems like the popular choice this week. So he's the one that I'm looking at bringing in. He has a price rise. I think it's 6.6 or 6.7 million now. So he's the one I'm looking at. Same to you, Jordan, because initially, I'm just going to pull up your team. You initially were, again, keeping Haaland. Has this news changed your plans? Because it seems like he won't be fit for game week 17.
For this game week going forward, no, it hasn't. Because as you can see, I've got a lot of flags and Haaland's the least of my worries, I think, for this week.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of other fires to put out, and he might be a part of the transfers for game week 18 when he has a blank, but for this game week, I'm just solely focused on other players, especially in defence, where I've only got Simicas that I'm moving my priorities to this week. So Haaland will remain, but I still got Whistler to come on for him anyway.
6 red flags, though. That is mad.
Yes,
I didn't realise. Now Haaland's been red flagged as well.
Yeah, because Areola was, and then he got taken off, which is actually good news. I might actually play Areola over Leno. But yeah, I think this is the most flags I've had in my team since I've started fantasy football. I've not had 6 red flags in my team ever.
Okay. But yeah, in terms of your moves, what are you thinking right now? Just reaffirm. Just read through your team. You're 11.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any point actually with the amount of players missing his name. What's your plans in terms of moves?
Well, shall I read out what I've got and
read
move on
out
to
what
my
you got, the
plans?
playing players you have,
Yeah.
and obviously the flags though actually.
Yeah, so I've got Leno in goal. I might swap him for Areola. Now that Areola is not flagged anymore, it looks like he's fine for that Wolves fixture. In the back three, we've got Simicast as the only playing defender. He's got Man United. But yeah, Brantford and Trippier not playing this week. In the midfield, we've got Salah, Matoma, Saka, Hwang. Mbeumo is injured, so he won't be playing this week or in the foreseeable weeks. And up front, we've got Alvarez, and his teammate Haaland won't be playing against Crystal Palace. It looks very unlikely. So Alvarez is the main man up front for me and my team. And on the bench, we've got Areola, Wissa, who are the only playing players on my bench. Luca Dean and Taylor, both suspended as well. Add to the list, so they won't be playing in this game week. So you'll all be wondering now what my transfer plans are. I'll just switch over.
I am looking forward to seeing what you're doing because I would not know what to do in your position. I would probably I don't know what I'd do.
It did look like free hitting territory, but now that I look at it, I can sway a pass around that, I think. But the plans I have gone forward with, and I'm probably going to stick with this, is taking out Mbeumo. So I'm taking out a midfielder and bring in for Mbeumo. I'm going to bring in an Everton player, which you can all probably guess. That's Decore, who's got Burnley away, which is a nice fixture, I think, for Everton, the way they are so far this season have been really good. The next transfer is going to be a defender, and I'm going to take out Luca Dean finally, even though he's had back-to-back clean sheets against Arsenal and Man City. And I'm going to bring in Pedro Porro for Spurs, who's got Nottingham Forest away. So just to remind you, I do have 2 free transfers, and those will be the 2 I use, and that leaves me 0.7 million in the bank. So I think that's as far as I'm going to go with moves. And I'll just switch back to obviously the other team. So with Luca Dean out, let's just put him in the team so you can get a better perspective. So Luca Dean is out for Pedro Porro. So I'll still have Trippier, who's non-playing player, which leaves me with 10 players on the pitch. But if we look to the midfield, Mbeumo will be out for obviously Decore. So I have 5 in the midfield. And then up front, because Haaland's not likely going to play against Crystal Palace at home, it does allow Wissa to come off the bench in absence for Haaland. So I'll be playing basically a 2-5-2. So I'll have 2 defenders. I won't have a full 11 because Trippier is obviously not going to play because he's suspended. So I'm not going to take a -4 either. I don't think it's that bad having 2 defenders for this week. I don't see many clean sheets for many of the defenders this week. So yeah, I'm fine with going forward with a starting 10 instead of a starting 11.
Okay, so you're going to most likely play with 11, it seems. Just coming back to the team again, my team, we'll leave it on the screen for there, but we're going to take a few comments actually because there's a few coming in, so we've got to answer some questions. Roman says, can't even lie, I took a hit, a -4 to take Haaland out for Watkins. I don't think that's a bad move now, especially knowing that Haaland's going to miss out. I don't hate it. Ever since I took out Son, I've had a red arrow after red arrow, biting the bullet and putting him back in at the cost of a double hit. Yeah, Son haul must have been a bit of a dagger last week.
Yeah, it was quite a dagger. It was a dagger for me, even though I didn't get red, but it still damaged my green and being massive after that Son haul.
Hamza, Haaland to Solanke and Maguire to Trent. But shall I risk playing Gordon or play Gurhey? I mean, I'm going to actually do one of my moves right now. I think I'm going to do Haaland to Solanke because I want to do it anyway. Because I know that's going to be confirmed. So Haaland Solanke is fine. Maguire to Trent's interesting because obviously then you definitely will be locked out of getting Haaland back in for 19. But But I do like Trent as a move. Obviously, the one as well I'm looking at is Pedro Porro. I think it's tight between Pedro Porro and Trent, but I might just go with Porro just because he's a bit cheaper and it's a bit easier to bring in and not really condensing the funds into Trent, which is going to be, you have to sell him, potentially take money back out of him to maybe get Haaland back. Could be tough.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to really think about as well. If you want Haaland back for 19, you got to make sure you have enough money to make the move.
Yeah.
In the exact free transfers you have when you have obviously 19 come by.
SJ says hi all. Hi SJ.
Hey.
I'm bringing Haaland back in for Isak in Game Week 20 and going without him for Game Week 19. Also Huss. Yeah, fair enough, Roman. Double hit Haaland, Adingra, and Tsimikas for Solanke, Son, and Porro. Yeah, good moves. Neil says I have 5 out, taking a -8 rather than a free hit, which is appealing, but we'll save it. Okay, so you're saving the free hit.
Yeah, I was in a situation where I've been trying to save the free hit, and yeah, I'm doing the same, Neil.
Yeah, it could make sense to save it. I mean, it is team dependent, I guess, but ideally you wouldn't want to use it.
No.
But if you need it, you need it, I guess. Any chance for Archer against Chelsea? Yeah, you probably play, but chance of getting a goal. I mean, I don't rate Archer as an option really, having to play him. But if it's 10 players or Archer, you rather play Archer. So yeah, if you can't get 11 out on the pitch, then yeah, you got to go Archer. Jordan, question here: should you sell Solanke or Watkins instead of Haaland for a -4, and then when Haaland returns, sell Son for Bowen, or sell Watkins for Alvarez? It's quite a mouthful of a question.
Yeah, it's quite. Let's just break it up. So, should I put Solanke or Watkins instead of Haaland for a -4? I'd probably put Solanke. I think he has the better fixture than Watkins in terms of long-term fixtures between the two. Aston Villa, their fixtures are they're up and down. I mean, they got obviously. I'm just getting the wrong player here. Hang on.
Which player?
Aston Villa.
Yeah, I mean, I think Watkins is fine though, bringing him in.
But yeah,
for Brentford is a decent fixture.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be a decent fixture. Sheffield United scored 1 against Brentford, and they didn't score any. So yeah, I mean, either way, I prefer Watkins or Solanke. They're both scoring goals this season, and yeah, I'll be happy with either. I think I'll just slightly go towards maybe Watkins instead of Solanke because Aston Villa look pretty good so far this season. But yeah, for the first bit of that question, I'll probably go with Solanke either way. And then when Haaland returns, sell Son for Bowen or sell Watkins for Alvarez back. I'll probably sell Watkins for Alvarez. I think I would want to keep Son if I still had him in my team. I don't think I'd sell him because he is still the main man for Spurs.
The only thing is, obviously, Son does go to the Asia Cup, so maybe he will be a sell later down the line. He'll get Game Week 21, I think. So we will probably have to get rid of Son soon, us Son owners, which will be another little headache because we've got Salah and Son. That's 2 of them you need to get rid of.
Yeah, that's also true for the Asia Cup. We have to keep that in mind as well. It's not actually been added to, obviously, the blank on the website yet, but that will be looming soon. Yeah,
for sure. Call me crazy, but I think Fernandez is getting in my team for Game Week 18. That is pretty crazy, if I'm being honest. What do Man United play in Game Week 18? Because obviously, says Fernandez is suspended against Liverpool. He'll be back for 18. Not sure what the fixture's like. If you can get that up, Jordan.
Yeah, sure. I'm very surprised to hear Fernandez going into someone's team.
Yeah, I'm not on it. I'm not keen on that. Man United, stay away from my team.
Yeah, they do have West Ham, Man United away in Game Week 18. Then
that's a tough game.
Yeah,
they're tough games, man.
They are tough games for Man United. Either it's home or away, it doesn't really matter for them. They struggle in both grounds, it seems. So yeah, definitely not going there.
Yeah, but I mean, fair play to you, mate. HVS, if you do go to Fernandez, I hope it does pay off for you, but I'm not that brave yet. Could you afford Trent, Jordan? I'm sure you can.
Unfortunately not. I don't have the money to afford Trent because I got Trippier there. He takes up a lot of the money in defence. So even with Trippier being the most expensive defender out of all the cheap ones I have, it still wouldn't be enough money. I would have to probably take out Alvarez up front and move him down to a cheaper forward pick to fund the move, and then obviously upgrade Trippier to Trent.
Already done Haaland to Watkins, says Dan. Thinking about cash to Porro or Diaz to Son for -4, or both. I like the Porro move.
Yeah, that's been pretty obvious. I think the Porro move in defence.
Neil also warns managers about making early transfers, which is true in case, even though it seems like Haaland will miss out. So those that went early and took Haaland out, I don't think you'll be punished. Will Mikalenko start, Jordan? See, as an owner, is he flagged yet? Or
I can have a check. It'd be very, very bad if he isn't. That means he is flagged actually for muscle injury.
Yeah.
So
just flags after flags.
Yeah, because literally a lot of people brought in Mikalenko as well early. So yeah, that does leave a bit of worries. I will have a look though on what the situation is with Mikalenko for you.
David says, Haas, you are crazy. Well, what have I done? Is it my Bruno shout? Let me know, David, in the chat. Sterling punt, maybe. Possible. I like Richarlison as a punt, guys. If I was going for a punt, and I wanted to be different, I wish I had Richarlison this week against Forest. That's all I'll say. So watch out for Richarlison in game week 17.
And just to touch on Mikalenko, he should be fit to face Burnley. He did obviously there was a report of a niggle in training, but he should be fit to face Burnley. For those who have him.
Fair enough. Daily dose of quotes. Is playing with 10 men bad or take a -4 hit? I'm not against taking a hit, depending on what player it is. Personally, because I'm gonna take a -4 myself. It's like I'm 99% sure I'm taking a -4, so I'm okay with it. Jordan does have obviously differing opinions because his rank, he's sitting nice in up top 100k. He doesn't need to really. We're chasing, so it is different. It depends on your play style. I don't mind taking a hit.
Yeah, it does obviously depend on where you are in the rank, because I'm more a bit reserved on what I do in terms of decision making, because it can affect my rank entirely. It is a good question though, because it puts us in two different situations, because I'm playing with 10 men and Huss is taking a -4. So yeah, in my opinion, in my position, playing with 10 men isn't bad, but in terms of Huss, maybe it is better to take a -4 hit. So it does depend on the situation you're in.
Okay, I'm going to do a transfer right now because we've not got too much longer left. I'm going to do one of the transfers because I know what I want to do. So there's no point in waiting around, in my opinion, because I don't want the website to crash. So what I'm going to do already, I'm going to take out Haaland right now. So let's go onto the website. Taking Haaland now seems mad, even though he's injured. Like you feel like he's going to return somehow, even though he's not going to play. Haaland out. It's Big Dom Solanke, as I said, he's coming in. And I'm gonna do it. So Haaland out, Solanke in for free. Confirm. Okay, there you go. Haaland done out. That's what the team currently looks like. And I'm pretty happy with the way the forward line looks now. Solanke, Luton, and Watkins as Brentford. I also need to decide if I want to take a -4. -4 would involve taking Saliba out. Taking Saliba out for Porro and then playing Porro instead of Livramento. And then that will give me some bench cover if Gordon is injured. Because Gordon is flagged in my team. So that's the plan.
And it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know what my money is in the bank right now. Let me just check. I've got 8.7 million. That's the most I've had, definitely, ever in an FPL season, for sure. But yeah, that's it, guys. I've done it. I am tempted to take a -8. You know, that's how mad I'm thinking right now. Maybe it's because I'm ill. I don't know.
I don't think your team needs a -8.
Yeah, probably not. I'll probably just take the -4. But yeah, Jordan, do you want to do any of your moves? If any you certain on, or do you want to take a few more comments? I'll let you take a few comments that we've missed out on.
Yeah, we'll take a few more comments. I think I'll give it a little bit more time before we actually make the moves.
Also, I do want
Uh,
to add
yeah.
just before you go, guys, there is about 20 odd of you in here watching. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button because it helps the channel out massively. So we're a new channel, we're trying to grow. Hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content as well. Over to you, Jordan.
Okay, so we got a comment from Michael. He says, "Start Lascelles or Archer." Bearing in mind, Lascelles has Fulham at home and Archer has Chelsea away. I think I'm going to start Lascelles, if I'm honest.
Lascelles is injured though, isn't he? I heard there was a potential. Didn't he go off as well? Like, there's so many injuries. Like,
Yeah, this was that from last night. I'm assuming. Well, not last night, but during this midweek football.
yeah, I think he got a little knock against PSG. Some guys let us know in the chat. I believe so.
It's literally the list for Newcastle injuries is so long, it's ridiculous. But I don't see any. I don't see him on the injury list though. But let's just check if he's flagged or not on FPL. He isn't flagged on FPL either. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that circulates around, whether he's going to be fine. But I'd probably play, regardless, I'll probably play Lascelles over Archer. Even if Lascelles doesn't play, then obviously you've got Archer to come on, Michael for him. But yeah, hopefully he is fine though, Lascelles. But if not, you've got Archer anyway to replace him to come on from the bench. Got a question from Yassine. Alvarez for Haaland, then Watkins in for Alvarez next game week. See, this is the only. I haven't seen many people take out, obviously Haaland out for Alvarez, and I'm quite surprised because I've seen him rise a lot in price, the past like few hours. I think he's close to rising probably tonight. I think Alvarez. He looks pretty good for the fixture he has against.
Yeah, I think Alvarez great. If the owners
Yeah.
who's got Alvarez right now, you guys, I think definitely is a good pick for this week.
Definitely because he's playing full 90 minutes, no doubt. He did against obviously his last fixture where Haaland didn't start. So yeah, I think Alvarez for Haaland and then Watkins in for Alvarez next game week. I think that fits in pretty well because obviously Alvarez blanks in 18 and Watkins has a nice fixture, I believe, against Sheffield United. We've got a question here for you, Huss, from Hamza saying, Huss, you playing Gordon?
I believe so. I think so. I know he's a doubt, and there was a rumor of his hamstring potentially going. Look, if that's the case, and Gordon is gonna miss out, then I'll have a defender coming off the bench. Probably gonna be Livramento, who will come in. Even Livramento, I'm gonna sell soon because we know Dan Burn is coming back soon, and that's gonna like affect Livramento's minutes. So Livramento is going for me next week, probably anyway, regardless. So hopefully Livramento comes off the bench if Gordon is out. If not, could be in a bit of trouble. However, I still got obviously Archer there as well, etc.
Yeah, still got playing players. Question from Neil: when Sun plays in the Asia Cup, maybe Richarlison will be a go-do punt.
I'll go to punt. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a very good shout to go for Richarlison's differential when Son plays in the Asia Cup. Another question from, let's say, Sid, Son next. Sell Salah or Son on game week 20?
We will do more content on this, but yeah, I think you'll have to sell. I think you'll have to sell Salah in game week 20 for sure, and even Son. I think you'll have to sell them. Take a hit if you have to get rid of them because they're going to miss out a couple of games, especially Son. Obviously, Son was one of the favourites to go quite far in the competition, so Son could miss out a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult with that because obviously you don't know how long they're going to be out for. It depends how far they get in their cups. Got a question from Dan. The man says, "What are Cash's chances of playing Sheffield United in game week 18?" So yeah, Cash has been benched in previous matches.
I'll probably remove Cash, at this point.
Yeah, because he only played 24 minutes against Arsenal in game week 16. He didn't play against Man City in 15 and only played 16 minutes against Bournemouth in 14. So he's only played 40 minutes football in the last 3 game weeks, which, that's not really, doesn't fill me with confidence that he will start against, obviously, Sheffield United. But yeah, I think I'll be taking Cash out regardless. I just think Aston Villa do concede still, even though they're great. So I'll be looking for another defender in place for Matty Cash, even though he has the Sheffield United.
Okay. I'll take this one with Gordon. I mean, we've answered this, to be fair. I mean, I'm going to keep Gordon, I think. I may take a -8 or something, but I don't know if it's worth it, if I'm being honest. Would you start Bayer or Archer? Archer's got Chelsea. Who's Bayer got?
Bayer, is that the
defender.
Burnley
Yeah.
defender?
Yeah.
He's got Brent. Really?
Nah.
No, he hasn't got Brentford.
Just check the features on that one.
Everton at home.
Everton at home. Okay. I'll start the attacker. I'll start Archer, even though I don't really rate him particularly highly. I'm a fan of a Kulusevski punt. Yeah, Kulusevski's decent. I still prefer Richarlison when he's playing up down the middle, playing up front for Spurs in that attacking team. It looks like Richarlison's got a bit of confidence back. And yeah, I would go Richarlison personally.
Yeah, he does get lots of chances, just not able to finish him. He's similar to Darwin in that sense, but he did score against Newcastle.
Ben Murphy just pointing out about Doucouré potentially going AFCON as well. We know he will be off to AFCON as well, I believe, which again could throw a spanner in the works potentially.
Yeah, it will. I won't have 4 players though by game week 21 that are going to go to Cup. So eventually I will have maybe 1 or 2 left by then. So yeah, I'm keeping that in mind, Ben, because obviously we'll have 4 players gone on game week 21.
We're doing anything with the community team? Yes, we won't forget. If you bring up on another tab near the end, we will definitely, we can't forget that one. Not taking hits because you're higher in ranks should have no influence, in my opinion. I finished top 10k 3 times, and each position was taking hits, no matter where I was ranked. Yeah, I do understand that. That's a fair comment, to be fair. I don't think just because you're not doing as well, maybe if you're not in the top 10k or top 50k, it shouldn't influence it. But I think it still does on some managers. I think it does influence it from, I don't want to say the casuals, but a lot of people I think are, when they're not doing as well, they're more prone to taking hits. But as we've seen, there's been managers in the past taking a lot of hits, -8s, and they've still done well. So there's not a reason to say why hits can't work as well.
Yeah, I think it all depends on the players you take the hits for, if they make up for it or not. But in my situation, where I'll probably have to take a hit to bring another defender in, which I wouldn't be too confident or sure whether that defender will get a clean sheet or not, will obviously depend on if that hit is made up for it or not. So it does vary on if the hit is, if it makes up for it or not.
What do you think about Gordon? I mean, as far as we're aware, we're playing him. Well, I'm playing him. Hwang Hee to Palmer for a -4. No, not. I mean, Hwang Hee. Who's he got? Hwang. Wolves.
Hwang Hee has West Ham away,
and he's going to play, so I wouldn't do it. Not for a -4. We've got a playing player. I'll just keep him.
Yeah, I'm playing Hwang unless unless he's got an injury now that I don't know about, which I would not want.
Nah, he'll be fine. How many goals do you think Bournemouth will score against Luton? I think 1 goal or max 2 goals. I'm thinking of Fulham and Jimenez. Fulham could easily score 2 or more. I think that's a fair comment. We've seen Fulham doing a bit of a mad one in recent weeks, getting 5 goals, etc. Bournemouth don't really score many goals, even though they did score 3 against Man United. What do you think of Jimenez as an option?
Yeah, Jimenez, he could be a nice little gem to go for. I quite like the look of him, but even Andreas as well could have been a decent player to go for as well. But we just haven't looked at Fulham because they haven't really done much until the last 2 game weeks, where they scored 5 against West Ham and then 5 again against Nottingham Forest. So they've had 10 goals in the last 2 game weeks, and suddenly they've spruced up. But I don't know if they can keep that up or not. I don't know if it's if we've passed that point of we should have had them then and there, or will they keep going on this good form they have? But either way, I think if they can, then Jimenez and Andreas easily are good picks for the fixtures.
Son or Salah cap? I'm going Salah because it's a home fixture, and also to the fact that Salah does have a good record against Man United, but I don't think Son's a bad shout. I don't think he is, but I just feel more comfortable going Salah. I don't know why. But what about you, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm comfortable going Salah this week. I mean, if you see Man United play this season, I think this is pretty much an easy pick to go for a captaincy. And if you remember the score from last time Man United played Anfield, you can also give a great point on why Salah should be a captain this week. But if you do like to go different, obviously Son is probably the best pick, unless you can see Salah outscoring Son, then I'd probably go captain Salah instead of obviously Spurs, who's got Nottingham Forest away.
So I've made my decision. I'm going to do my second transfer as well now. I know what I want to do, so I'm going to do it, I think. As you guys know, the experiment of double Arsenal defense has been quite frustrating. Since I've bought Saliba in, I think he's had like 3 blanks since I bought him in. Yeah, he's had 3 blanks since I bought him in. 1 pointer, and then a 2-pointer. He's, for me, I think he's going. It is a bit annoying that I have to sell him because after this fixture, Brighton and Liverpool and West Ham, he got Fulham, Palace, Forest after that, so it's not too bad after that. But I think for me, the money's he's the same price as Porro now, and I think it's a no-brainer. Get Porro in for me instead of Saliba. Porro is just a lot more attacking. He's getting assists. I think that's 4 assists in the last 5 games. Ownership is going up, 19% is quite high. I mean, I've mentioned Porro, as you guys know, for a couple of weeks now, under the radar, as well as Reece James. Seems like Porro bandwagon, everyone's on it now. But yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the -4, make transfer, Saliba out, Porro in as planned, and I'm going to confirm that for a hit. And Porro will come in. I will bench Livramento. I'll play Simicast. Save your team. And if Gordon doesn't play for whatever reason, I've got Livramento. But stay tuned. Never know. -8s could be on the board if I hear Gordon is out. But I doubt I will take the -8, to be honest.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of trouble for Newcastle if Gordon is not able to play in that game. They've got so many injuries, Newcastle. It's unreal. I think them being in other competitions has certainly affected the players, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing too much minutes and injuries are popping up everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just not ready to sell Gordon yet, honestly. I just bought him in literally last week, I think, as my Mbomo replacement. If he doesn't play, it's a shame because after that it's Luton in game week 18, and we know it's a blank.
Cool.
When a Man City blank, so having Gordon against Luton, hopefully he is fine for that on the 23rd. After that, it's Forest as well, so I'm going to keep him. And next week, what I'll do, when Newcastle have Luton, I might think of bringing in a Trippier, for example, and I'll just do Livramento up to Trippier, then play Trippier, and then maybe get rid of Simicast, depending on how he does, because he's got Arsenal, Burnley, Newcastle after that.
I mean, in terms of obviously Gordon, his hamstring injury, he was substituted as a precaution in the match against AC Milan.
Yeah.
After obviously feeling hamstring tightness, and he will be assessed in training ahead of the Fulham game. So hopefully, fingers crossed for those who are playing Gordon, he should start.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on it though, if I'm being honest. No. I think there's a big possibility he misses out, and if he does, guys, make sure you have a bench, and then yeah,
because we did mention have a strong bench come around this period of time, because there is going to be players in and out like musical chairs.
Definitely. I'm tempted of a -8, honestly. Guess what I'm tempted to do right now? Let me see if I can afford. I can definitely afford it. I'm just seeing. I've got my transfers. I'm tempted to take out Archer.
Yeah.
Sorry, wait. Remove Archer. Give me 13 million. Bring in Alvarez.
Oh. You're confident with Alvarez this week?
Yeah, because I think with no Haaland, he's going to get all the chances. He's going to get all the the big efforts on goal. And his Palace at home. Yes, he blanks. I'll just bench him for that blank. I'll probably just play him against Everton and pray he starts instead of Haaland, and then maybe look to take him out afterwards. I think Alvarez is still a good pick this week because Man City are going to need goals in their team, and Alvarez has to step up with Haaland missing. So I'm not against doing that as a move, but I don't think I'll do it if I'm being honest.
No, because you have to also look, will that team, because you just have a really high scoring game week, that minus hit to obviously count as well.
Yeah, -8s. I don't really like doing it, but I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll come on to your team. I've done my moves. I've done a -4. If you want to lock some of your moves in, if you're sure, or you're going to wait a bit longer.
I think I'll lock them in now. We're halfway through, and yeah, I'm pretty confident on the moves. So yeah, we'll just do that right now. So I'm at the transfers. Let's double check it's right. Yeah, Luca Dean out for Pedro Porro, and Mbeumo out for Decore, and that is for free. The 2 free transfers, and I will confirm.
So Porro's coming in.
Yep, Porro is covered in, and I'll just refresh the page, and yeah, let's put Porro on there, and yeah, that is how my team.
Sorry, your team wasn't even on the screen.
Oh, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah. Now we can see it. So just talk us through what you've done.
Yeah, so Luca Dean out for Pedro Porro and Mbeumo out for Decore for 2 free transfers.
And you might as well start Wissa instead of Haaland. Yeah. I mean, you could start Haaland, I guess, in the unlikely scenario you may start.
In the unlikely scenario, because you never know with Pep. But he's already said it. But yeah, I'll just put in there and
auto sub it. Yeah,
and auto sub it for Wissa. So I'm playing with 10 players this week and not 11.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Going with 10, because what defender would you really want to bring in? Really, that you want, and who would you have to sacrifice? Because Trippier, he's a flag right now. You may want him back after that. He's got Luton in game week 18, I think.
Yeah, the fixtures for Newcastle aren't so bad. They're pretty green in the next 3. We've got Fulham in 17, Luton away in 18, and Nottingham Forest at home in 19. So we'll definitely be targeting the home fixtures for Newcastle, especially. And the Luton one, even that could be a clean sheet, even though it's an away fixture. It's one that Newcastle should play well in, even though it's an away one, and their away form's not great. But yeah, at least until 20, because they have Liverpool and then obviously Man City in 21. So maybe then I could look to get rid of Trippier.
Yeah, I might be bringing Trippier in next week when I look at my team. I'm not against bringing in Trippier for someone like Livramento, taking out that Livramento spot, because he's going to get rotated out potentially.
Yeah, and in terms of defenders I would want this week as well, there's only Pedro Porro who I already have and Trent who I can't afford. So they're the only 2 defenders really I would be looking to bring in this week, and the ones that I fear the most. But other than that, I'm not really considered another defender, and going with 2 defenders at the back is completely fine with me this week, I think.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We don't want to forget the community draft as well, guys. So we've got to make sure we do. I'm trying to zoom into my team. It's just, there you go. It's a bit better. Hold on. Why is it moving that way? Yeah, there you go. Hopefully that's a better view. But just coming on to Gordon, because we're getting a lot of Gordon comments. Obviously, don't want to repeat the same thing. But with Gordon, I don't have enough info on him to sell him personally. Like, there's not enough concrete information. With Haaland, there's a lot more concrete, so I've got rid of him. With Gordon, let's be honest, there's not many concrete info that he's going to be out long term. So if he's back for Luton, I wouldn't want him to sell him. I just think at his price point, at 6.2 million, there's not really anyone else I'd rather want for his price. So I'm keeping him for Luton and Forest, and hopefully he does play. If he doesn't play, I'll look to remove him next week, and I'm not against playing Livramento against Fulham. I'm just getting auto sub that way. So yeah, that is what my thinking is on Gordon. I think you can't afford Trent. I think that's been said.
Unfortunately.
You can't afford Trent, can you?
No, I can't afford Trent. Not whatsoever. I'd have to downgrade.
You can, can't you? If you go from Trippier to Trent, can't you not do that?
No, I still don't have enough money to do that. I'd have to downgrade a forward or midfielder to do it, because I still have not enough, because Trent's 8 million, I think.
8.2, 8.3.
Yeah, so he's well out my range.
What about you, Neil? Are you bringing in Trent? Let us know in the chat. Because Trent, he is tempting to go there, if I'm being honest. Trent is I don't hate Trent. this week.
Yeah.
Man United at home. Who knows?
Yeah, could pull off a massive haul. I do have Simicast, so hopefully that's as good as having Trent, but cheaper.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments that we've missed. So sorry, guys, we're not reading. We're not missing your comments. Just the way the chat is going. We can't see all the comments come in at the right time. So we're gonna try to read every single one out. Should I play a Dingra over cash? I have no one other to play or sell cash for Porro for a hit. I'm selling cash for Porro for a hit. Who's the Dingra got? Brighton. Trying to think.
Brighton, they have Arsenal.
Oh yeah, I'd probably probably take their hit.
Yeah.
I
I don't see a clean sheet for Brighton anyway, but attacking sense, not many goals either.
Play Gordon or do Archer to Solanke for a -4. I would be tempted with the -4, George. But again, it all depends on if you are averse to taking hits, I would do it because I still think Solanke is Luton at home. The way Bournemouth are playing, the way they just pass Man United off the pitch. Yeah, I'm liking this Solanke move, if I'm being honest. Oh, okay. Neil's gone Trent in.
Ooh. Good move going forward, I think.
I hope it pays off for you, Neil. We will be here on Sunday. Hopefully Trent's got a haul and Liverpool could get the win, but we will see. I do like it. It's a bold move, but when you've got Haaland money burning a hole in your pocket, I think this is the sort of move that could pay off. Reece James out for Porro. Yeah, I like the moves. The only thing I will say about Trippier, though, about taking Trippier out, I like him after this week because he's back. His suspension's over. There's no yellow card tightrope. He's got Luton after that. I think I want to bring Trippier in, if I'm being honest, rather than take him out. But it's just hard to get Trent and Trippier in the same team with Salah, Son as well. Some people have him, etc. Also, thank you to all the new subscribers. There is a few of you that have subscribed to us just this stream. So yeah, thank you guys for subscribing. And if you are watching, make sure you do hit that subscribe button as well. And also, guys, please smash the likes as well on this video. You're gonna say, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the community draft up now that we've both done our teams. Just accessing the website is proving to be difficult at the moment. It seems to be quite busy, so I'm having trouble logging in.
Oh, okay, I'll let you do that. Solanke's actually at 15% for someone in the chat. It's over 10%, George. Isn't Trippier injured? I heard he was injured. As far as I'm aware, he's not injured.
Wow. If he's another addition.
Unless that's news to us.
Yeah.
I mean, he did play Champions League, didn't he? As far as I'm aware, Trippier isn't injured.
As far as I'm aware, yeah. I mean, the Lascelles one surprised me as well. There was talks of him being injured, but Trippier is not on the injury. Oh, he is on the injury list. Sorry, no, he isn't.
Yeah, but it's not serious though. That's the thing.
No, it's not.
Well, we don't know yet for sure because Alex does say he came off. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but the problem is how serious is that injury? Because if it's not serious and he plays in game week 18, I'd want him back. But I guess if you already own Trippier, it makes it a bit more harder. Because I can just wait and see how it goes. I can wait for a press conference. If I hear Howe says, "Oh, Trippier's fine," I'll bring him in. But as a Trippier owner, I understand where Neil was coming from, and also Alex. They'd get rid if you already got him because you're worried. Oh, is that another one down? If you know what I mean. So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna wait and see on the news because I don't own him, so I've got no headache about Trippier this week or next week. David saying if he's in your squad, Jordan, he's probably injured. Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, yeah, I seem to be cursed getting players injured and suspended. I think.
Yeah, I've never seen like 6 flags in one go. That's mad, for sure.
Yeah, most of them all in the same week as well.
Yeah. Let us know what your moves are, guys, as well, because a lot of you in the chat, but you've not let us know what you're doing actually yourselves. So, other than Neil, obviously, Neil's brought Trent in. Let us know your moves and let us know you're taking a -4 or a -8.
Yeah, I'll definitely like to look at comments with differentials this week. I always like a differential, as you obviously can tell. I bought Decorian as my differential. to see what you can do against Burnley away. Let us know if you've got any differential transfers in your team.
Yeah, do let us know, guys, in the chat. We've got football forever. Thank you for subscribing. Should I start Pau Torres? The Aston Villa are playing away to Brentford.
Pau
Yeah,
Torres.
I wouldn't mind starting him.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either. Aston Villa are playing really well at the moment, and any Aston Villa player looks pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate the move. I think Pau Torres, for his price, I think he's 4.7 million. Decent defender to rotate around when he's got nice fixtures. So yeah, I don't hate that shout.
Wow. Well, I have managed to get the community draft up finally after trying about 20 times.
We did a madness.
Yeah,
65 points.
65 points and a massive game week rank as well. The overall rank is 1.1 million. So
catching up with me.
Yeah, the community draft is almost breaking into the top 1 million. If you can have another good game.
Who done the haul? Son, obviously.
Yeah,
Gross.
Son,
wow, Gross paid off, didn't he?
Yeah, he was the captain, differential captain. So yeah.
All right, guys, help us out. What are we doing?
Right. So let's go to the transfer page.
What's the team look like this week, though?
Yeah,
Bus team. See the bus team first. It looks pretty tasty, I think.
Yeah.
Apart from McTominay.
Oh yeah, apart from
our team looks. That's a better team than most of our teams, if we're being honest.
I mean, yeah.
Double Liverpool defense: Porro, Alvarez, Darwin, Gross. Okay, Gross against Arsenal's not great. Bowen, Son, Huang, and then McTominay as a bit of a wild card. But we'll probably transfer McTominay out. We'll bench him.
Yeah, because you could play an Arsenal defender against Brighton, maybe.
I don't know about Gross though against Arsenal. McTominay to Martinelli. What about Richarlison? Go double Spurs attack, because Richarlison we spoke about. What's his ownership right now?
Right, let's just switch to the transfer page. I don't think his ownership is that high, but let's have a look. Richarlison's ownership is 2%. So yeah, he comes off of a 15-pointer, scoring the 2 goals against Newcastle. So he's got Nottingham Forest next, and they conceded 5 against
Jesus.
Fulham.
Not a shout.
Yeah, Jesus. He's now a great pick.
I still like Richarlison, for Gross maybe. But what's Brighton's fixtures longer term?
Brighton's fixtures. Well, even João Pedro could be a great sub to take out for that. But yeah, Brighton's fixtures are great.
I'm not sure. Arsenal, Palace, Spurs, West Ham, Wolves. It's not bad. It's up and down.
Yeah, it's up and down. I mean, difficulty rating looks good, appealing, but Brighton not really gone well for them through the middle part.
I'm not keen on the Brighton attack. Obviously, we brought Gross in. He did pay off, sort of. He was a captain, got a return. Could be time to remove him. I think McTominay has to go for sure. Just don't see the need for having a Man United player in there anymore. Yeah. I think João Pedro has to go as well. I think maybe McTom.
It's either João Pedro for Richarlison or McTominay for another midfielder.
Richarlison's a forward, isn't he?
I
think he's a midfielder, ain't he? Is he still priced as? I think he's a midfielder. So I think McTominay to Richarlison. McTominay to Richarlison, the one I'd go.
Yeah, that seems like the most viable move. How many transfers? We have 1 free transfer this week.
We burned like 10 transfers as well with this team.
Yeah,
we forgot. We set and forgot it.
Which it seems to have worked out in a way. But
yep. Marek says, will Nkunku play? No idea. I wouldn't go there personally. It's just too risky. Jimenez says SJ. David agrees with me as well with Richarlison. 12 minutes says Neil. Yeah, time is flying by. We might have to stay on a bit longer after the stream, but let's do it, Jordan. Let's bring Richarlison in for McTominay. That's now triple. That's the differential punt, I think, for sure. And then you'll see people probably go on Richarlison in the coming weeks. We'll see. We'll monitor it. We'll be monitoring.
Yeah. McTominay out for Richarlison.
Yeah, quite a few as well in the chat. We could take a hit, but I just don't think it's worth taking a hit. Maybe for Gross. I mean, we don't want Gross captain. Guys, let us know the captaincy for this team. Alvarez or Bowen. Maybe a captaincy poll. I think Son.
Yeah,
I think a Spurs guy. Again, I'm big on Spurs right now. I don't know why. Is it the 4-0 or the 4-1 they had against Newcastle?
yes, it seems to look really good. Even Trent could be a good captain pick against Man United, though. Who knows? A lot of you brought him in. A lot of you are expecting a big haul. I'm expecting a big haul against Trent, if I'm honest.
Captain Son says George. Captain Alvarez says David. Richarlison says Neil. I think he says Richarlison for captain.
So one each so far.
Off topic, but Leno or Areola in goal. I mean, Jordan's in that boat. Leno's got Newcastle. I wouldn't start Leno. I'm playing Areola.
Yeah, Areola's got a better fixture. He's got Wolves at home. I might actually play. Well, actually, yeah, I don't know actually because I expect Wang to score against obviously West Ham, so that'd be a bit.
Yeah, Son. I think Son. I mean, we've got Neil saying Son. We've got Kawanda saying Son. Alvarez or Son. And yes, Dan, this is actually interesting. We did bring Son in before he had, before, under 10% we bought him in. He was very low owned. I think it was like 2% when we bought him in. He's now 41%, which goes to show, he's had a big rise since we bought him in.
Yeah, it's worked out long term. Son is.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go Son. We'll keep it on Son and then do Vice, maybe Alvarez, and then we'll go from there. Team looks fine. We can switch it back over to your team if you want after that. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for helping us with the community draft. We just got to remember to do it because we always seem to forget.
Thanks for reminding us, guys.
Yeah, so for the rules, for those that watching it for the first time, maybe essentially we're only allowed to bring in players under 10% ownership. It's just a bit of fun. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's what my team looks like, guys. I am locked and loaded. I've took a hit, took a -4. Poro's come in for Saliba, and Solanke's coming for Haaland for a -4. Jordan, if you could just do the same again, just let the chat know what you've done, just to confirm.
Yeah, I've taken out Luca Dean for Pedro Porro and taken out Mbermo for Decore, and that was the 2 free transfers for me this week.
Okay, nice. And yeah, we're ready, guys, for game week 17. We're nearly halfway. I'm just looking at the game week. When is game week 18 deadline? I'm just trying to see because obviously today's Friday 15th. We've got game week 17, December 21, which is a Thursday. Damn.
Interesting.
Thursday deadline. When did this happen?
Yeah, wasn't it Friday?
No, it's Thursday. Apparently, the Thursday night football, Palace against Brighton. So yeah, it is a Thursday deadline at 8 o'clock. 6:30 deadline. So I'm gonna miss that stream. Definitely. I won't be here, I don't think. Obviously, you're gonna have to stream that one. But yeah, it is a Thursday deadline for game week 18. And for game week 19, it is a Tuesday deadline, which is Boxing Day. Tuesday, Boxing Day. So should be a good stream as well. So long way to still go. But yeah, these next couple weeks are going to be a bit mad with the content, I think. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you like the video as well. And we've got a lot of content coming out. But yeah, we got to do score predictions as well, haven't we?
Yes, we do. Just for those who haven't made a transfer or that yet, make sure you do now because the website and the app are currently crashing or slow. So
I had a feeling it would be.
Just make your transfers ASAP because the website is struggling alongside the app as well.
Yeah, the app is. I'm just checking it now. I'm just checking my captaincy. Got Salah, captain. Bench orders done. Dubravka is playing for me instead of Areola. That's a tough one. Do you play Dubravka or do you play Areola? I'm going to play Dubravka.
I'm actually going to play Leno now because if Gordon turns out not to be starting or playing in that game, that only really leaves Zach and Wilson as the attacking threats. And with the amount of injuries Newcastle was suffering, I think it's going to be hard for them to score, for honest, now.
Yeah.
That's one way of looking at it. So I'll risk it with Leno.
Hamza says, good luck, guys. Good luck this week as well. Yeah, good luck to everyone in the chat. Hope you guys have a great game week 17. It should be a good one. And I'm definitely sure it's going to be a lively one as well on the stream on Sunday. So make sure you do tune in Sunday evening, 7 p.m. UK time, straight after Man United, Liverpool. and it should be good. Last week was the only week I didn't bother with vice captain and left it on Saka. Says Dan the man.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yes, it's a lesson, I guess, to us with the vice captaincy. You know, a lot of us just don't think about it really. But
No.
I think this week has shown that even the vice captaincy is important.
Yeah, because you never know.
Mm.
Can happen at any time.
All right, so I've got the fixtures up on the screen. I'm going to share that with you guys now. Can you see that, guys? Yeah, hopefully it's fine and readable. Let's just do score predictions before the deadline. And guys, get involved in the chat as well. Let us know how you're gonna, how you think the teams are gonna do. Let us know any surprises of the game week, and let us know. Actually, let's do a new little thing. So let us know your surprise of the game week and also the disappointment of the game week. Who's gonna surprise everyone, and who's gonna let everyone down as well? Just let us know in the comments. What player? When I say let down, nothing. You know what I mean. So, Forest have Spurs at home. What do you think?
Oh, yes, it's a nice, interesting Friday night match to watch. Yeah, it's quite interesting because Nottingham Forest have conceded 5 against Fulham, and they haven't looked great in the last 2 game weeks, if I'm honest. So, yeah, I think Spurs can get the 3 points away at Nottingham Forest home ground. It might be tough, break them down, but I think eventually Spurs will get the goals and get the win. I'm going to go with. I don't think it's going to be high as Newcastle's score. I'm going to go with 2-1 Spurs.
Forest have struggled as well recently, haven't they? In last couple weeks. Obviously, Forest last week lost to they drew 1-1. The week before that, they lost 5-0 as well. So a bit of a bad patch of form, Forest against Spurs. I'll go with a Spurs win as well. I think I'll go Spurs win, but I'll go 2-1, same as you. I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet. Yeah. So that's the Friday fixture. And then we've got another 5 games on Saturday. Bournemouth at my voice. Bournemouth at home to Luton.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, Solanke. A lot of players have been brought in. A lot of you have brought him Solanke in for this game week. Yeah, I can see Bournemouth not really struggling. Luton away, it's pretty tough. I'm going to 2-0 Bournemouth. I think that's a clean sheet. Yeah. You
just know the way FPL works. Solanke is going to blank and get a -1 for a yellow card or something, or get a 1 pointer for a yellow card. Play 90 minutes, get a yellow card. That's my prediction. That's my wild shout. Solanke blank with a yellow card. I'm just going to go out there because that's what always happens when we bring in these players. After they're pulled, they get a 1 pointer. So I'm going Solanke 1 pointer as my disappointment. Hope I'm wrong, but yeah, I could just see it happening because that always happens to me in FPL. Chelsea at home to Sheffield. How do you see this one going? Obviously, Chelsea are a strange team. Sheffield don't look great.
Yeah,
Sheffield don't look great either.
Yeah, both teams show a bit of misform, and it's hard to tell what you're going to get from this game, if I'm honest, even though it's Sheffield United, and you never expect what to get from Chelsea at home because they're not great at home either. I'm going to go with a draw with this one because I can't tell which one's going to win. So I'm going to go with 1-1, I think.
Oh, did I predict Bournemouth? I didn't give a Bournemouth score prediction, did I? Did you predict Bournemouth?
I predicted Bournemouth 2-0.
Bournemouth 2-0. I'll go 2-1 Bournemouth. So yeah, I don't think I missed out the Bournemouth prediction. Chelsea with Sheffield, you've got 1-1.
Yeah, I can't judge who's going to win that game, if I'm honest.
I'll go 1-0 Chelsea, but I don't trust Chelsea. If I'm being honest. Man City at home to Palace, no Haaland. Will it make a difference?
Yeah, no, Haaland will be interesting. I mean, they did well without him still against Luton. With this fixture, it is a bogey team, Crystal Palace. They have proven to put up a good fight against Man City in the strangest of ways, even though they've got no Zaha this time. I do see a Man City win still. It's not going to be easy, I don't think. In terms of score, I'm going to go 2-2 actually.
2-2 for Man City. Wow, you don't think they'll win?
I don't think they'll. I think they'll have a draw against.
Yeah, that's a bold one.
Yeah,
but we've seen it before. I just don't know how likely it is with the injuries, and also because Man City are at home. If it was Selhurst Park, maybe, because Man City is at home, I'm going to back Man City win. I'm going to go 2-1 Man City. We'll see. Next up, Newcastle at home to Fulham. Also believe that's the deadline now, guys. So it's now 6:30. So hopefully you are locked in and you made your moves. But yeah, Jordan, how do you think Newcastle's gonna fare out against Fulham, who are scoring a bunch of goals on like every week it seems?
Yeah, they're on a bit of a hot streak at the moment, Fulham. On the other hand, you've got Newcastle, who played midweek and have suffered a few injuries as well in that midweek fixture too. And yeah, this list is top in maxing out for Newcastle injuries. I'm not too sure what to call this match, but I think Fulham can nick a draw out of this game, if I'm honest. I think
Newcastle are pretty strong at home, to be fair.
they are pretty strong, but with the injuries looming around them, I don't know how strong they're going to be in this home fixture.
No Trippier as well, I guess.
Yeah, potentially no Trippier out could mean a lot.
Yeah, Trippier is out pretty much. He's suspended, so he's not going to play. So
yeah, of course, yeah, but yeah, I don't see a clean sheet now for Newcastle. I'm going to go with 1-1 potentially.
I'm going to go for a Newcastle win, but I'll go 2-1. I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet, but I'm hoping they do. Obviously, I'm playing Dubravka. I've got Livramento on the bench. Maybe he has to come on. Next up, Burnley Everton. Sean Dyche. Obviously going back to Burnley. Going to be an interesting game for sure. How do you see this one going?
Yes, could be a very end-to-end game, surprisingly, for both teams. I do see a lot of goals for this game. I've seen Everton win. Hopefully, Decore equalises again this week. I'm going to go with 4-2 Everton. I'm going to be very high scoring, I think, for this one.
Okay. I'm going to go for a Everton win. I'm going to go 1-0. Job done. Away win for Everton and Sean Dyche. So yeah, I'll go 1-0 Everton away win. Saturday fixes out the way. We've got another 4 on Sunday. So Arsenal at home to Brighton. How's it going to go?
Well, Brighton haven't kept the clean sheet so far this season, so I do expect Arsenal to score. I also see them getting the 3 points at the Emirates, where Brighton could struggle away to them. I'm going to go with 3-1. I still think Arsenal will concede, but they should win the game.
Either 3-1?
Yeah, 3-1 to Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. I think Arsenal will concede, as they seem to do all the time. And Brighton do usually score most games. So, yeah, I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. Comfortable win, but maybe Brighton get a consolation. Then next up, we've got Brentford at home to Emery's Villa. When Villa are bouncing high. Brentford, a couple of disappointing results. And Burma's out. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, with Burma out, it's a massive blow for Brentford. Losing their other attacker. Aston Villa, I think, can get the win yet again. I'm going to go with 2-1 Aston Villa.
Okay. I'm going to go Aston Villa win as well. I want to agree with you. Same scoreline. I'm going to go 2-1 Villa. I think Villa on a roll. Chasing in that. They're in a title race technically, but we'll see if they do last there. But yeah, I'll go Villa win. Next up, we've got West Ham at home to Wolves. Should be a decent game. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, West Ham. Again, it's hard to know what you're going to get from this match.
Yeah, it's a hard one to predict for sure.
Yeah. I'm going to go with another draw. I think 2-2 on both sides.
I'll go with the draw as well. I mean, we're agreeing with most of our predictions today. I mean, I'm going to go 1-1. I think score draw. Hwang maybe gets a goal. We'll see. Owen maybe potentially on the other side.
Hopefully.
And then moving on to the big one, the game of the weekend. And yeah, it is obviously a big one whenever Liverpool do play Man United. It's at Anfield. I'm sure we'll all be watching it, looking forward to it, definitely. And even though Man United aren't playing well, Liverpool are playing obviously a lot better. Don't think it will be easy, guys. I know they won 7-0 last year. It's just with these games, you can't predict because Liverpool weren't looking good last season and Man United were on form and were confident. And we saw 7-0. We know there are potential injuries for Man United as well. So I don't know if you guys watched the Champions League game against Bayern. Luke Shaw went off injured. Maguire went off injured. And we know Bruno is suspended. So Man United could have some issues of themselves with injuries. Going to Anfield, it's not a position you want to be in. However, no. What do you think? I'll let you go. No, obviously you're a United fan. I'm Liverpool. It's always
Yeah.
it's always an interesting game. How do you see your team doing?
Well, I think we can say this is going to go one way. And let's just say that so far this season, Man United have only lost or won games. They haven't drew. So I'm expecting them to lose against Liverpool at Anfield. I'll be very shocked if Man United managed to win at Anfield. It will utterly shock the very foundations of as a Man United fan that to see that. I'll be very happy though if it's convincing, of course.
I've seen a stat. I don't know how true it is, but Man United haven't scored a goal at Anfield since 2018, let alone a win. They haven't scored a goal, I believe, in a couple. That's 5 years.
Oh, there you go. That just says it all.
Yeah, someone verified that with us. Is that stat real?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah,
but I do know obviously they've not had a great record, and Liverpool are top right now. They are looking a bit better. We know Liverpool lost yesterday in the Europa League, heavily rotated side. The Nunes was rested, came on for 20 minutes. They had a lot of youth players out. So Liverpool did rest, the likes of Van Dijk, Trent, etc. Didn't play any minutes.
Yeah, and also with Man United knocked out Europe, they just looked deflated after that game. The morale was gone. So I don't know what they'll do for this game. I do see Liverpool win though. I don't see a Man United one.
What's the score?
For sure. In terms of the score, I'm going to go with 2-0.
All clean sheet for Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't see a goal for Man United.
I'm going to keep, I know, I'm going to go 2-1. I think it's not going to be I think what Man United are going to do, I just think they're going to park the bus and just keep it, don't get embarrassed. I honestly feel they're going to play like that, and they're going to play on the counter attack, and they will try to frustrate Liverpool. They kind of did it to Bayern. I don't know if you guys watched the Bayern game. They literally just had one shot all game. They just were trying not to get embarrassed, and I think they're going to do the same at Anfield. They're going to be wary of that 7-0. They're not going to want a big score like that. It's just not going to look good. So I think they'll take. I mean, if you offer them 1-0 right now, Man United 1-0 loss, I think they'll take it probably. But obviously, that's a big thing to say. But I do think they'll just play. They'll just be negative, and they'll look for a counter-attack opportunity with Rashford if he's back. Which again, another player, Rashford, Martial. We don't know what Man United are going to play. I think Bruno could be a big miss potentially, depending on what you think of Bruno.
Oh yeah,
but yeah. I mean, we could talk about this game all day, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, we are going to wrap it up here. I think we've just gone over an hour. We know deadline's over. Hopefully, you locked the transfer in, guys. I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has tuned in for the stream. It's been a very lively one. Thank you for all your comments as well in the chat. It's been a nice one. And thank you for all the new subscribers. We've got a few that's recently subscribed. So thank you to all of you. Also, guys, check the link in the description below. Links to our social media, our Discord, our Twitter, our Instagram. Everything is there. Make sure you do join our mini league as well. I don't shout it out enough. We do have a mini league. So if you haven't already, make sure you join the mini league and see if you can, win it. The FPL Duo Mini League. And that's it from us. I'm going to go watch Spurs play, and hopefully Son can do the business. Anything else you want to add, Jordan, before we wrap it up?
Yeah, thanks, guys, for watching through this mad hour deadline stream. Hopefully this game week is going to be good, obviously, for all our teams, especially mine. If I can get past the 10 men and still get a green arrow, I'll live to fight another week. But yeah, until then, enjoy the weekend. Obviously, it's the weekend. We've got Friday night football as well lined up with Nottingham Forest and Spurs. Hopefully, Petrovic gets a clean sheet for me, and hopefully Samuel doesn't score, but unlikely. But yeah, until then, take care, and we'll see you for the knee-jerk reaction.
Yep, see you Sunday, guys.